Wait, so they're nerfing Thresh and they're buffing Aurelia and Yuumi? What? Hello summoners and welcome back to another ProGuides video. My name is Irene and today I'll be giving you the patch preview change list for 10.15. We just received some confirmed news from Riot Games that these are the list of champions that are being nerfed or buffed next patch. The specific changes aren't out yet, but we'll cover those in our upcoming changes video, which will be released tomorrow when all the details have been revealed. So hit that sub button to be notified of that and stay alert because this will be a massive patch. But before we get started, make sure to join our brand new Discord and also check out ProGuides.com. There, we have some really amazing coaches who can help you step up your game and get you into the next rank. We also have daily live classes from top-tier instructors and courses made by your favorite pro players such as Doublelift. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss out on this, so click the link in the description and rank up now. Alright, now let's jump right into the preview. To start things off, let's cover the list of champion nerfs first. In patch 10.15, Aphelios, Ornn, Lee Sin, Fiddlesticks, Twisted Fate, and Thresh will all receive nerfs. So it looks like the dozens of nerfs Aphelios received within the past few months weren't enough to make him balanced. He's still an extremely strong pick in competitive play, and it's very common to see a lot of pro teams put high priority on him during draft phase. When you look at some of the best Aphelios players in the world, this champion just looks way too insane and definitely deserves more nerfs. In addition to that, Twisted Fate and Ornn are still a bit too good in pro play, and these nerfs are justified. It looks like Riot went a little bit overboard with the TF buffs recently, so they're planning on toning him down a notch. Next up, we have some nerfs for the Korean tank Fiddlesticks build that we mentioned in our OP Korean build series not too long ago. This build is just way too powerful and honestly lacked counterplay. Abuse this tank Fiddlesticks build while you still can, because it'll likely receive some heavy nerfs next patch. And lastly, for Lee Sin and Thresh, these two nerfs are a little bit strange. I personally think that these two champions were in a good spot in the meta where they weren't like Aphelios level of broken, but they aren't weak either. I guess Riot is just kind of sick of seeing Lee Sin being picked every game, but the Thresh nerfs are really weird, especially because he is getting an awesome new skin next patch. Moving on to the list of buffs, in patch 10.15, Skarner, Swain, Shen, Gragas, Aurelia, Caitlyn, and Yuumi will all receive buffs. Okay, so first up is Swain, and he's receiving a ton of changes, and we have a video covering the specifics and going in depth with each change. The link to that will be in the description, so make sure to check that out. We talk about the general direction that Riot is pulling Swain towards and what each balance change means. Next up, let's talk about the buffs to Aurelia and Yuumi. So when it comes to Yuumi, it does seem like Riot over-nerfed her last patch with the mana changes to her E. For patch 10.15, they're planning on buffing her passive mana restore, which pretty much forces her to leave her host more often. This does create some more room for counterplay, but honestly, I kinda enjoyed seeing her being picked a lot less. On the other hand, Aurelia has been doing really good in solo queue, but struggling to see play in competitive matches. Her Death Stance plus Wit's End plus Black Cleaver build has been really strong, and I'm not sure she needed any buffs. Let us know what you think about these changes down below. Does she deserve more changes? Why or why not? Moving on, we have the buffs to champions like Gragas, Shen, and Caitlyn. These three champions aren't really weak in the meta, but they aren't really OP either, so I can see why they're buffing them. Hopefully Riot doesn't go too overboard with the changes because all three of these champions can dominate professional play if buffed correctly. Next up, we have two systems changes coming for runes and items. Firstly, Summoner's Spellbook is receiving a nerf and Spellthief's Edge is receiving a buff. The Spellbook nerf is not surprising because this is a very underrated rune. You won't see too many players running this keystone on EU or NA, but over in Korean solo queue, you'll pretty much see it every single game. If you've been following our OP Korean builds videos, you would have noticed that we mentioned at least one Spellbook build for every patch, because this keystone is just so good. Lastly, for Spellthief's Edge, it looks like Riot wants to push tanks out of the support meta. They want to see enchanter supports like Lulu and Janna see more play. We'll see what changes they make to this item tomorrow when all the details are released. Like we mentioned earlier, guys, this is all the information that is available as of right now. However, these are the confirmed list of champions that will receive changes in patch 10.15. We'll make sure to release our upcoming changes video tomorrow or the day after to cover every buff and nerf in detail. So smash that sub button to stay notified. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the Rift.